Shalom, this is I.S.U.P.K. Shalom, Yahweh Shalom, Shabbat, Rakam to all my brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar. Alatham, Bashim, Shah to all my sisters, all right? It's I.S.U.P.K. Minneapolis coming to you with the Brotherhood class. Today, we're going to teach on something so simple as far as, how Black and Hispanic people, how we can destroy America by simply serving and being obedient to the Most High, and how we can involve every Black and Hispanic person to join the work of the Lord. See what I'm saying? Because you ain't got to pick up a gun. You ain't got to pick up any type of weapon, no knives. You ain't got to do anything towards this oppressor, this devil's deceiver that is great on this earth. See what I'm saying? The one that you love so much in the Christian church that you call Jesus. Okay? And today we're going to get into pretty much how to destroy all the lies and how to protect yourself from this world. And why this is so important, how Black and Hispanic people should teach others to do so. Okay? So that's the topic that we want to get into today. Make sure that you follow along, and we're going to get into it. Also, understand that the I.S.U.P.K. Minneapolis page, it won't allow us to go live right now because Facebook is over here trying to take our page down. See what I'm saying? So until October 6th, we will be on different pages teaching classes. See what I'm saying? Tuesday class, the Wednesday class, and the Saturday class as well. So you want to make sure that you check out our pages and look for us, okay? In the meantime, if y'all could share this class into the I.S.U.P.K. Minneapolis profile page, I greatly appreciate it. Now, if I can find it myself. Matter of fact, okay, here we go right here. Let me see now. Let's see. Share it all over if you could. Let me see here. Okay. All right. Just give me one moment here. Bear with me. Let me see. Share some All right, that's it for now. We want to allow me to share to I.S.U.P.K. Minneapolis page, but it's all good to WAP. We're still going to rock it out this class. Okay, make sure that you're paying your tithes, and make sure that you check out the newest barbecue that's going to come up, which is California. The Cali Cookout, which is less than 2 weeks away. See what I'm saying? It's going to be through the 26th through the 30th, I believe. And it's going to be one hell of a glorious time, man. You want to check it out if you can. The tickets right now are pretty cheap. See what I'm saying? If you can make it, make it. If you can't, Lord allow you there next year. All right? So we're going to get into first, Ephesians 6 and 12. But understand when we get into these scriptures, why this is important pertaining to the brotherhood and sisterhood of Black and Hispanic people. Okay? So let's go ahead and get that real quick. All right, here. Let's see. All right, so it says, Ephesians 6 and 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So as you know, Black Hispanic people, our fight is not physical. When you see the police brutality, when you see the senators are human trafficking our females, our women, our children, when you see 2 million Black men locked up in the prison system, that's not a physical fight. And there's nothing physical about that. It's all spiritual. It's spiritual wickedness that's going on. It's the high powers like the presidents, the Pope, all these people who have power over you, who have, a say-so over your life. These are the people that we are coming up against every single day. And the I.S.U.P.K, we go out on the street corners and speak against the evil of what these oppressors or these so-called devils are doing. We ain't shooting nobody down. We ain't lifting a finger up to our own oppressors, because that's not what's going to, that's not what's going to have us bring them down to the ground. Like in the Bible, when the children of Israel were obedient to the Most High, That's when he delivered us out of the hands of our oppressors. It was simple as that. We didn't have to kill. We didn't have to, we didn't have to rebel as far as in the sense of, want to kill him. It was good that, Nat Turner, he did an amazing thing. You see what I'm saying? He did an amazing thing, but at the same time, it failed because he died. See what I'm saying? He didn't kill everybody. He didn't kill all those white people that he wanted to get his hands on when he found out that his identity was in his Bible. See what I'm saying? The best way to get out of this hell, to stop the police brutality, to stop all the black on black crime is to simply, be obedient and keep the laws of the Most High. And I ain't speaking at Christianity. I ain't speaking at Islam, because that has not helped us. The Bible is not a religious book. It is a prophetic book with black history in it. It talks about your slavery in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. It talks about your salvation in Revelations and Esdras, all over this Bible. But you have been lied to and deceived for many, many years. Now you think that this book is a white man's book. That's incorrect. You have been taught wrong. You see what I'm saying? That's why we are here. The I.S.U.P.K, which is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, is here on this earth to show you what is real and what is not real. Christianity is a lie. How is it that that's the house of God when you're getting raped, robbed, and molested? You are getting sent home with empty promises. See what I'm saying? It is out of order in the church. That's why we say that the Christian church is a house of Satan. It is. You better understand that. Anytime your lights get cut off, the pastor's not going to pay for it. He's going to say, I'll pray for you. All these bills that I got, he's going to talk about his bills. Meanwhile, your auntie on her deathbed gonna get her legs amputated because of all those goddamn disgusting pork chops that she's been eating for many, many years, which causes sickness. That's why it says in the Bible not to eat swine, because it is unlawful and it is deadly. See what I'm saying? So understand that we fight up against these things. We fight up against these Christians, these pastors, these people that lie to you. See what I'm saying? A black man just got killed the other day. I believe he was like black and Mexican. His name was Brian Quinez. He died in Minneapolis because he tried to charge at the police with a weapon. It was wrong for him to do that, but it was also wrong for those cops to shoot him as many times as they did. They could have used a taser. They could have used anything else but a gun to disarm this man who only had a knife in his hand. See what I'm saying? But they always say they in fear of their lives. These devils who are white people, our oppressor, they are thirsty for your blood. They are ready, they are on guard to kill you. But you cannot give them the opportunity. It's what I'm trying to tell you. It's what I'm trying to say. Because when you give them the opportunity, you made yourself a target. And this is how you cannot make yourself a target. You simply come into the I.S.U.P.K. Coming into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge is what's going to save your life and your family's life as well. That's what's going to protect you from those bullets. How many times have we cried and mourned over our loved ones in Minneapolis, in the ghettos, in Detroit, in Chicago? See what I'm saying? Let me read this one more time. Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. When you see homosexuality, that is the spiritual wickedness. When you see the Pope, when you see Donald Trump making all these laws against Black and Hispanic people, I'm talking about the Mexicans. I'm talking about the brothers in Venezuela. I'm talking about the brothers right now going through hell in the Bahamas and Puerto Rico. That's the things that we have to fight up against. The people that have great power, Congress, who set all these laws against you. That's what we fight up against every single day. And Black men like me, I put my life on the line for my people. because these pastors and these so-called black leaders ain't doing their job correctly. They don't love black people like they say they do. That's why they fail as a man. They fail as a leader. All they want is just your money because you're vulnerable and you're weak. All right. So now let's go ahead. Let me see what else we should get, man. Let me get Hebrews 5 and 12. Hebrews 5 and 12 is going to give you some good instructions on what you need to do in order to serve God. A lot of people don't know how to serve God. Everybody don't even know who the hell God is half of the time. They think God is a white boy with stringy hair and blue eyes. Disgusting. See what I'm saying? They think Jesus is that same image. These men in this Bible are black, and there's proof in the Bible, of course. All right, let's go ahead and get this real quick. Hebrews 5 and 12. It's like another year. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God. Meaning this, everybody is not a teacher. Everybody is not a prophet. Every pastor that tries to teach the gospel, what they say like in the Christian church, they are not authorized. They are not ordained. No one got that oil poured on their head to teach this Bible the way that it's supposed to be properly taught. See what I'm saying? You're supposed to teach the people that sin is incorrect, that you got to put the law first. When you got these laws, your people are going to be just fine. Law, statutes, and commandments is what made a black man great, what made a woman great in America. See what I'm saying? When we are in order, that's when the Most High is with you. But if you are a homosexual, if you are a gangbanger, if you are a drug dealer, understand that the Lord will judge you. You are going to die. That's why black on black crime is so high, because we don't know how to forgive each other. We don't know what it means to love one another. That's our problem. And people want to laugh and giggle about it. It's not a game until you die, until you lose your life, until you see somebody that you love so much end up in the ground 6 feet under. It's not a game. All right? One more time. Hebrews 5 and 12. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, you have need that one teach you again. Meaning somebody has to teach you again, because you don't know right now. You don't know these scriptures. You've been in the Christian church for 40 plus years, and you still don't know that a black man by the name of Christ is black, and his identity is in this Bible. The fact that you don't know that your history and records are in this book is very astonishing. It's very sad. See what I'm saying? How is it that in 2019 we know all the trends of the world, but we don't know who we are? A black man, you ask a black man, what is his identity? He's going to give you 5 or 10 different answers. If you ask a so-called white man what his nationality is, he's going to say, I'm Caucasian. Simple as that. See what I'm saying? Even there's a lot of white people that say, yeah, I'm Caucasian or I'm European. They can trace their lineage back to whatever, but you can't trace it back to nothing but Africa, I guess. But you ain't from Africa, but you damn sure was a slave. See what I'm saying? And they sold you into slavery. When they say black people sold other black people into slavery, understand just because they have the same skin complexion as you does not determine your nationality. Don't be so carnal and stupid. See what I'm saying? That's the spiritual wickedness that we have to fight up against, because you're so carnal. See what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters have to look beyond what they see. Understand that you are the seed of your father. See what I'm saying? If you plant an apple seed in a garden where oranges grow, it's not going to come out as an orange. That seed is going to grow into an apple. You are the seed of your father. Whatever your father is, you are. Ain't such thing as being mixed. See what I'm saying? I'm just throwing out a few things out there that is very controversial. A lot of things that is just, lies in the earth that Black people and Hispanic and Native American people believe so much that is not true. Okay? Let's keep going. Now, once again, you have to be taught these things. The things that I just spoke about, you are going to have to be retaught. And understand that if you think that you're knowledgeable in this Bible, you're not. Until you come up against one of these prophets, you are going to be shown a fool, to be a fool, because you don't know this Bible. And God is not all love, and he does not love every nation. But who he does love, he loves niggas. He loves spicks and he loves wetbacks. He doesn't love the oppressor. See what I'm saying? He doesn't love the Chinese woman. He doesn't love Becky. All right? That's what you need to understand. Let's keep going. Now, let me go from the top. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first oracles, be the first principles of the oracles of God, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. For example, today I'm teaching a simple class for you. I'm breaking things down in its true simplicity, because everybody doesn't understand what everything means in the scriptures, but it has to be broken down so you can understand, and that's the milk. See what I'm saying? When you go into other deep breakdowns and topics, that's going to be the strong meat. But in order to understand that, you got to get the milk first so you can digest it. Okay? That's the whole purpose. That's the whole point of it. All right? Let me keep going on that. 1 second. Actually, no, we stop right there. Okay? Once again, keep sharing this class, man. Keep sharing, liking, subscribing to this class. You want to I.S.U.P.K Minneapolis or Nocowards, Minneapolis, Minnesota, all over social media, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You see it all on the screen right now, okay? All right, let's keep going. Let me see, what's next? Now, 2 Chronicles 7 and 14. And step by step, these scriptures is what's going to help you to get full understanding of what you need to do in order to fix yourself. These classes is for Black and Hispanic people. These classes are very important. You should always watch these classes and study up and apply these scriptures to your life. If you are not applying it to your life, you are playing around and your life is in jeopardy. You might catch the next bullet in North Minneapolis, in South Minneapolis. You might be the next victim of a horror story that's to come. And I pray that it doesn't happen. I pray you understand. All right? Let me get this, man. 2 Chronicles 7 and 34. I'm sorry, 7 and 14. Let me see. 2 Chronicles. All right, let's get it. All right. Now, 2 Chronicles 7 and 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn away, and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven. And actually, let me stop right there. Let's not miss this first part when it says, if my people. If this was talking about every single nation, every single race on the earth, it would not say, if my people. My people is you claiming somebody. For example, that person right there. I mean, you have there's children in the room, right? There's 3 people in the room, 3 adults, but there's a group of children. Now, with all 3 adults in that room, are all those children their children? Adult number 1, he has a set of children. Maybe he has 2 sons right here. Adult number 2 probably got 3 sons. Adult number 3 got 4 children, a couple of daughters and a couple of sons. Now, when it comes to the Most High has chosen a certain people out of all nations of people. He chose the 12 tribes. Black Hispanic, so-called Black Hispanic and Native American people make up the 12 tribes, the lost 12 tribes to be exact. See what I'm saying? Everybody has their own exact nation, but the Most High is not the God of all those nations. He is only the God of the nation of Israel. That's where you get Israelites from. Jacob, who was our forefather, who got blessed to be called Israel, whose name was changed. That's going to be in the book of Genesis. Okay, you know what I mean? So let's read this one more time. If my people, which are called by my name, which is the name of the Most High, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. So this was a time when the Most High was telling us, like, if we decide to finally give up all of our sin, give up the homosexuality, give up the drugs, the alcoholism, give up the raping and the robbing, the stealing, give up the thieving. See what I'm saying? Give up sleeping with other people's property. When I say property, meaning if you are a man and you know this woman has a man, you should not be sleeping with that brother's man. Show some goddamn respect. Show some morality. Show some love to that man by being a brother and not sleeping with his wife. And that's a serious thing in the Black community, because all these songs is about sleeping with other people's women. A lot of these songs is about women sleeping with men that are not their husbands. A lot of these songs is about women just doing dicks. See what I'm saying? Just sleeping with anybody. And that is absolutely wrong. And death comes behind all of that. Death follows you in all those ways, those wicked ways that you choose, that you think is cute, you think it's fun, you think it's life. It is not. It's going to cause you to die. It's going to cause you to get hurt. That's why females fight over other dudes. See what I'm saying? That's why men kill each other over women. It's all in wicked, and all of it is wickedness, and it has to stop. So these are the words of the Most High. He's saying, if my people, which are called by my name, meaning you acknowledge that you are the children of the Most High, and you humble yourself to stop sinning, to actually do something righteous and lawful for once in your goddamn life, right? And you seek his face by coming to class, by studying and finding out, what is this about? What is that about? This truth. You seek in the Most High, not in a church, not in Islam, not in Buddhism, not in no religion. Because remember, the Bible is not a religious book. It never has been and it never will be. See what I'm saying? Now, if you decide to do that and turn away from your old ways, right? Then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin. Meaning the Most High is going to hear. He's going to see the works that you're doing. He's going to see the effort. He's going to see you striving, trying to, you see what I'm saying, change your life around. And he will forgive your sin and will heal their land. Like right now in the Black community, we are cursed. The curses are in the book of Deuteronomy, where if we decided to listen to our God, we would not be suffering the way that we are suffering in everyday life in America. Ain't no Black excellence going on in the Black community. It doesn't seem like. We are number one in all tragedies, man. We are number one in police brutality. Our Black women are number one in abortions. We don't have no Black businesses. See what I'm saying? Our men are becoming at a high rate of homosexuals. our women are becoming whores and teaching their young daughters to be whores. See what I'm saying? All these things we are number one in. We are number one in the police system, in the jails. How is it that 2 million black men are in the jail system? How in the hell is that possible? We are dealing with curses right now. Our job is to work towards the blessings that are to come if we decide to obey and keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Instead of serving your flesh, serve your God, who is not about the flesh, but he's all about that spirit. See what I'm saying? So if you do these things, you will be blessed, black man, Hispanic man. You will be absolutely blessed. And you will not suffer. Your people won't suffer if you decide to change your life around. It's that easy. A lot of people say it's so hard to serve God the right way. It is not. These laws ain't grievous, man. You know what Paul said in the 6th chapter, Romans 6th chapter. All right. Now let me keep going on this. All right, let's go to Acts 3:19. This is also Paul in here as well, the Apostle Paul, as you may know. (16:53). Let me see. All right. Let me see. All right, give me a second here. Was that Acts 3:19? Okay. Acts 3:19 is where we want to go next. You see what I'm saying? Acts 3:19. Repent ye therefore, and be converted, that your sins may be blotted out, when the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord. So what this is talking about right here, black and Hispanic man and woman and child, is when you repent. Repentance is not saying that you're sorry. It's simply you acknowledging what your wrongdoings is, and you're walking away from it. You walking away from that filth that you do all day, every day. You're smoking, you're getting high, you see what I'm saying? You pass it around, those drugs, destroying yourself. But when you decide to walk away from that old filth and become a new person, that's the true repentance that it's talking about. Okay, and your sins will be blotted out if you're converted. Meaning when you start to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, when the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord, that should be self-explanatory. As you are repenting, keeping the law, this is what you're going to learn. You are going to learn exactly, you see what I'm saying, the true meaning of what it means to be a servant of the Most High. Okay? So now, that's what Paul said in the book of Acts. Let's see, let's go ahead and get Revelations 18:4. Revelations is a book about a lot of prophecies that John the Baptist, or otherwise John the Revelator, had wrote. He was seeing visions when he was locked up, and he was writing these visions down. Because a lot of prophecies about Yahawashi, who is a black man, the Mashiach, our king, that's coming back to save black and Hispanic people out of this hell. See what I'm saying? By the mercy of the Most High, of course. All right. Let me see here. It's going to be Revelations 18:4. Okay. Revelations 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye may not be partakers of her sins. Now, this is, once again, this is John the Baptist, or John the Revelator, who is saying that he heard another voice. He having a vision right now. And the voice, who is the voice of the Most High, is telling his people, the children of Israel, to come out of her. Meaning it's talking about come out of the culture and the traditions of this world, which, as you see, is going on. Right now, Black and Hispanic people are filled with white supremacy, the Christianity. See what I'm saying? You can't tell a Christian anything. They would try to fight you before they die. They would try to defend their oppressor who is hanging up on a wall at night, who is hanging up in those churches, who they make sacrifices to. See what I'm saying? Christianity is what has destroyed our nation, our people. You can't call yourself a house of God when you are doing the work of Satan. Once again, God didn't want those children to be molested. God didn't want Dylan Roof to shoot up that church. That's not the work of God. That's the work of Satan, man. Understand that. You want to stop being played and lied and deceived to all the time. The Bible talks about let no man deceive you, but yet you let this man, who is the oppressor, the devil that the Bible speaks of, who is a deceiver on this earth, you let him deceive you. You let him allow your children to think that they are mixed genders or something like that, transgender. Now your son can walk around thinking that he's a woman when he was born a man. The rod that he has in between his legs explains that he's a man. Ain't such thing as one gender being stuck in another gender's body. That's absolutely, man, that is absolutely insane. And a true psychologist would tell you in their book of psychology that, like, I believe in the 1940s or even earlier before that, homosexuality was considered a mental illness. A mental illness. And then later they took it out the books because they have an agenda. They have a role that they have to play because they're using all these devices to come after Black and Hispanic people because they want you enslaved. They want you to stay in your rightful place as a slave in their eyes. And that's all going to change. This oppressor is going to have to kill these Black men in the I.S.U.P.K. if he wants this truth to stop somehow, some way. But it's not going to stop because the Most High wants Black and Hispanic people to wake the hell up and smell the goddamn coffee because we are in hell right now. We are suffering and dying every day. And somehow we end up being comfortable with our condition. If you ever want a hope, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man or woman, the hope is in this Bible to fix and change your condition, your life, to protect you and your family and the people that you love that are your people. All right? So, in order to comprehend everything I just said, one more time. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. And the Lord said, my people, not all people, but my people. See what I'm saying? That ye be not partakers of her sins. Meaning you don't be a part of what's to come next. Because there is judgments that's going to be casted down on this earth. And it is going to gobble up and destroy this oppressor's kingdom. You think Donald Trump, if you think Donald Trump has a lot of time, he doesn't. His nation doesn't have a lot of time on this earth, man. That's why he is sitting on the throne and he is passing all these laws. He's trying to kill each and every Israelite that there is. He's trying to harm you. He's trying to kill you because he knows that he has but a little time left on this earth to reign. Because someone is next in line. And that is going to be YAHANNA, who is Jesus Christ, as you may know, a Black man, of course, in the book of Revelation, the first chapter, and his men, the government, which is 144,000 men. So 12,000 men out of each 12 tribe. See what I'm saying? Out of each tribe, which is all 12. Okay? And that gives you 144,000 men. That's the government, man. That is the government. that is going to run this earth. If you thought senators was something, if you thought these congressmen was something, these presidents, these governors was something, wait till Black people rule this earth. And it's going to happen. Once again, if you are a so-called whatever Caucasian European, enjoy your time while you can, man. Because me and my niggas, we are going to thrive on this earth. We are going to live healthy on this earth and deliciously. And we are not going to eat the crumbs anymore. We are not going to suffer and die anymore. There's not going to be any more police brutality anymore. No more will anybody have to wake up to hearing that your loved one is now dead. They got shot by an accident because a cop was in fear of his life. No more will there be any hungry dogs that I call Black, so-called Black leaders that will ever decide to get over on our people, man, on the ones that are vulnerable, the ones that are weak. They will never, ever be taken advantage of no more. It won't happen because they would be judged. They would get a penalty, man. See what I'm saying? That's what's important, okay? So understand that when the Bible says come out of her, man, separate yourself from the culture and tradition of this place. Next month is Halloween. Don't send your children out there because they might just get raped. They might get molested. They might get poison in their candy. How many times every year we hear about how there's like little tiny razors inside of some Snicker bars, a Milky Way or something like that. How there's some type of liquid leaking out of the children's candy. How the children's eating this candy that's already open, not knowing that there are people that are trying to hurt you. Like Halloween is a day of pure wickedness. Everybody should know that because you was a victim on Halloween. It's like Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving. You were the #1 casualty, but yet you serve and you love and you worship the God on these holidays. You are lost and deceived. You have been lied to, Black man. What about the Passover? What about the Feast of blowing of the trumpets? That's less than what, 2 weeks? That is real history. That is a real high holy day. That is better than your filthy Christmas, than your goddamn turkey that is always dry and disgusting. It's better than that. It didn't have nothing to do with murder, but it had everything to do with the Most High and you, Black man. See what I'm saying? That is your history. Leave Christmas and Thanksgiving and Halloween up to your own oppressor. And don't envy that man. Don't try to be like him. Be who you was called to be, a child of the Most High. You are an Israelite. You are not the oppressor. See what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna keep going on this. All right? Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. And you want to be careful, Black man, because when Yahawashi comes on the scene with 2 million angels, you might lose your life. If you're holding hands and join with them, with your oppressors, you might lose your life, man. You might be the one that doesn't make it to the chariots. And it says that Yahawashi will come as a thief in the night. You are not going to get any warning. You're not. See what I'm saying? So it's good to stay working right now. It's good to get out of the church right now before Dylan Roof comes back to that church, before another mass shooting happens at your local Walmart. As you're on an off day of slavery, we call our job slavery. As you're on an off day and you just happen to go shopping, then all of a sudden, here comes a mass shooting. And then you might end up in a crossfire. Or once again, someone that you know, that you love, might end up in the same thing. Like, we have a responsibility, and that is to govern ourselves with this Bible. And that is what true love is according to the Bible. Like Yahweh put his life on the line for us many times. The fact that he was out there teaching, he was risking his life. The things that he was saying could got him killed, which it did. The fact that he sacrificed his life for you, you should sacrifice your life for him. You should repay back the favor, because everybody deserves death that is an Israelite. Those homosexuals deserve death, but they ain't being put to death. The Most High is showing a lot of people mercy, but then there are those that are not shown mercy because they get killed, because they get harmed. See what I'm saying? The fact that you have a grace period of time to change, this is the time that you need, because this time is only short. It's not long. You want to wise up. You want to get yourself in order. You want to protect your nation, and you want to protect yourself as well, I'm assuming, because the Christian church is only going to kill you. It's going to set you up for your own funeral. You know what I'm saying? You go into church and you're going to die in church. You know what I'm saying? But when you come into the I.S.U.P.K, you are going to live in the I.S.U.P.K. Death is rare in here because the Most High is with us. The Spirit of the Most High is inside of these brothers and sisters, because we are living our life by the way he wants us to live it. We don't live by our flesh. We don't walk by the flesh. We walk by the Spirit. And that's how you know who is real, who is not, who's faking. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody is being confounded out here, except for us. Once again, it's time to get your life together. Remember this video. Remember what is being done and happening around you. Okay? So come out of this goddamn world that is only going to harm you. It's going to kill you. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and get Isaiah 58:1. Because Isaiah 58:1 is about you. It's about you, and it's damn sure on point as well. All right, let me show you something real quick. And this is a bedrock Y.A.H.K scripture as well. All right, let's go. Isaiah 58:1. Cry out loud and spare not. So like the first things first. When it says to cry out loud, right? Cry out loud. It doesn't mean to cry your eyes out. Scream and shout as you're in tears, because that's what most people might think in a Christian church. You know what I mean? When it says to cry out loud, meaning raise your voice. You know what I'm saying? Speak these words, cry it out as if you was crying. Like cry it out to the point where somebody can hear you and they're paying attention and focus on what you're saying, because you have a message. You know what I'm saying? You often, like Black and Hispanic people, like when you teach this Bible and you teaching it to your own people, you are offering them something. You are offering them a second chance at life, because these laws is what's the living water, what is going to have you live and not die, so to speak. So when it says cry out loud and spare not meaning don't spare nobody's feelings. Don't give a damn how they look at you, if they laugh, if they scorn, and all this other stuff. Forget that. And the Lord just might deal with them, man. Because in the Bible, there's been times where people have mocked the prophets, and the Lord has dealt with them. And ooh, it was not beautiful. Some people die when they speak against what the Lord wants. The words that's coming out of a prophet's mouth, and they get judged sometimes. There are people that have had heart attacks, on the streets when trying to mock us. There are people that have been brutalized by other people in the audience by speaking bad against by these words of the Most High. So spare not, man. Don't give a damn what they say, how they feel, because it's not about how you feel and how you think. It's about what the Lord says and what he wants. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Meaning you better raise your voice, man. Ain't no soft speaking over here. We are going to give you the hardcore, cutthroat, rude speech that you ever heard in the face. I mean, you ever heard in your life. Because in the Christian church, man, they singing. They got soft words for you, soft sayings and soothsayings. They ain't finna be all harsh and rude because that's how the men were in this Bible. They were rude in speech, like Paul said, but not rude in knowledge because they knew this Bible. Them Sadducees and Pharisees who were modern day Christians today were getting cut up and they didn't like what was being said. It was hurting their feelings. But you want to know what Yahushua did? You want to know what all the prophets did? Jeremiah, Isaac, Ezekiel? They didn't give a damn. They spared not. All right? And lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my people their transgression and the house of Jacob their sins. Now, when it says, and show my people their transgressions, once again, that's like the third or fourth time it said, my people. Now, who is his people, man? Black and Hispanics. You are the Lord's people because God is a black man. He ain't white. He don't look like your oppressor. He looks just like you. He looks just like you, man. Yahushua is a brother just like you. All right? And show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins, meaning the breaking of the law, the violation. You see what I'm saying? The fault, the offense. We have to show you where you're wrong at. We tell homosexuals that you should not be a homosexual. It is a demon. It is a sin. You should not do drugs. Because in the Bible, God is against it. And so should you. You know what I'm saying? And you are not going to inherit these blessings. You are not going to be able to serve the Most High if you are out there just sinning. You're not. You're going to end up somewhere dead, somewhere judged, somewhere in jail. You are going to end up in a terrible place, man. So we have to show you where you're wrong at. And this is proof that the prophets, the saints that are ordained, that have the true authority, can judge you. Because that's how you get a nation, get a people together, meaning you set order when you judge them, when you make a decision based on a life. Okay? Now, let's keep going. Let me see. Give me a second here, Salaki. Zephaniah 2:1. Once again, Zephaniah 2:1 is always going to come out. Because Zephaniah is something to remind every brother and every sister why this class is very important. Why the fact that we should come together is very important. If you don't remember the scripture, man, how can you remember anything? If you don't consider this Bible, how are you ever going to learn? How are you ever going to defeat these battles that's to come in your life? That's something to think about, something to comprehend. All right? So let me see here. Give me a second. Zephaniah. All right. 1 second. Zephaniah is one of those books, man. You got to look up once or twice. 14, 24. All right. Bear with me, Salaki. Salaki means excuse me or, forgive me. Okay? Now, Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together. own nation, not desire. Once again, this is always important. Every black man should gather together, but when they gather together, they should not shoot each other. They should not stab each other. There should be no gossiping. There should be no lies being spread. There should be no evil amongst our brothers when we are gathered together in unity. You can't come together in unity. There cannot be no unit cohesion, which is another word for unity. It can be none of that if we are doing evil amongst each other. That goes for the Hispanics as well, the so-called Latinos, Puerto Ricans, the Cubans, the Dominicans, the Mexicans. None of that can go on. You see what I'm saying? In the midst of us trying to come together. We are never going to come together because of those reasons, because of our differences, because of our lack of brotherhood and sisterhood. It's not going to happen either for the Native Americans that could commit crimes against each other in their own neighborhoods. It's never going to happen if we don't learn how to be a nation, be a brother to another brother, be a sister to another sister. So once again, gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together. O nation, not desire. Now that O nation, not desire is you. You are not desired in the corner stores. You are being watched. You know what I'm saying? You are being followed around. You are being racially profiled. You are not desired in the military. When that young sister got chased around and she ended up getting, she got chased around and was told to get the hell out of that uniform, trying to fight for America. A whole country, a whole people that don't give a damn about you. You see what I'm saying? America don't give a damn about you, black man. Your oppressor don't give a damn about you. All right? If you don't believe me, ask brothers and sisters that have died by the hands of these devils. Oh, it's too late. That should be a wake-up call. That should give you all the reassurance that you need to understand that you are not loved. You are not appreciated. You are not honored or respected. So why should you respect, honor, and love a people that don't give it back to you? See what I'm saying? That's why you should come out of this world. And you should build a world where it's just only niggas, spicks, and wetbacks. That's what you should do. Okay? Build a world for your own. Build your own empire instead of building somebody else's empire. That should be common sense, I would think. Okay? Give me a second here. Let me see here. All right. Now, once again, you are not desired. You are not appreciated. Nobody gives a damn about you. And if you don't believe me, look at what's happening in the black community. All the gentrification. Black people being pushed out of their own homes, being forced out, better yet. Look at the fact that, see what I'm saying? This is whole thing about the whole opioid epidemic. You see what I'm saying? They pay more attention to these white people that have some type of drug addiction. Now there's rehab centers. There's places where they can get all cleaned up. But when mommy and daddy was suffering just a second ago off of the crack, off of the war on drugs, none of that stuff was available for black and Hispanic people. Nobody gave a damn. You wanna know why? Because your oppressor did it to you. Is that a coincidence? The reason why there's black on black crime is because of the crates that was being brought into the streets by your oppressor. You see what I'm saying? By your oppressor. Crates of guns in Baltimore and New York. You know what I'm saying? In Chicago, man. In California. God damn, California, man. See what I'm saying? Let's keep going on that. Oh, actually, let me skip that. And let me go to something else. Hold on 1 second. All right, let's go to something else real quick. Now, this is my favorite scripture right here, Revelations 7:7. Okay? Revelation 7:7 is something that's very important. Just bear with me real quick. All right. Now, Revelation 7:7. Of the tribe of Simeon were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar were sealed 12,000. Now, it's going to keep going on, right? I believe it starts at, before verse, let me see, hold on. At verse 5 all the way to verse 7, it's going to name all the tribes that are going to be sealed in their head. Now, this is not talking about the mark of the beast. This is more like the mark of the Most High. When the law, statutes, and commandments are embedded in your mind, which is, your heart is your mind. When you keep the law faithfully, when instead of keeping all the sin, all the drugs, all the guns, all the whoredom and homosexuality, instead of that, that's the mark of the beast. What you are going to have is the mark of the Most High. You are going to have the absolute understanding of this law. And you are going to be sealed. See what I'm saying? Those 12,000 out of each tribe that's going to be sealed is going to be the 144,000, the government. See what I'm saying? It's going to be the government of this earth. That's going to be on the side of Yahushua, which once again is a black man. See what I'm saying? Whose name is, Jesus Christ, as you may know him. Nigga, that's hope, my nigga. That's it. That's what we should want to see in these days and times. Because it also says in Proverbs, Proverbs 29:2, that when the wicked are in rulership, the people mourn. We are in mourning right now. The wicked, who you call, the so-called white man, the oppressor, that is the wicked. That is the wicked. His actions say evil. Says danger. It says bad and terrible, vile, disgusting. We are dealing with an animal, a beast, and we need to learn how to deal with him accordingly to this Bible. When it comes to this Bible, you would know how to fight up against your oppressor, how to fight up against Donald Trump, how to fight up against what he's doing to our brothers and sisters. Understand that if you are a so-called black man and you don't know that you are related, that you are family, you are very kin, very near to Hispanics, understand that you are. And if you think that you are not, you're out of your damn mind. If you think a Native American is not your family, you are out of your damn mind. All three of us is suffering. See what I'm saying? We are all suffering. We are family in this goddamn, captivity. Okay? Now, long story short, what this is talking about pretty much, right? This is pretty much talking about the 12, like each tribe is going to be 12,000 sealed in their head. They are going to have the law. They are going to be sealed with the knowledge of the Most High. See what I'm saying? The understanding. See what I'm saying? It's going to be in their mind and they are not going to forget it. What you want to do is when you apply these, when you learn about the law, when you learn about this Bible and the Most High, you want to make sure that you always consider this with everything in your life, with every situation. You want to consider this Bible because this is your ticket to easing your pain, your stress, and easing what's going on in this hell called captivity in America. And when you follow all these things and step by step, take these things into your life and take into consideration, this is how you can destroy America. You can destroy America and save your people, save yourself from the destruction that is to come to this earth. So I'm saying to this kingdom that our oppressor is king on right now. the one that, the fact that Black and Hispanic people build up this empire, it's going to be destroyed. And our oppressor will fall on his face. That's why also on that scripture, when it says, when our people, when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. And that's going to be Yahushua and the 144,000, man. We are not going to be cruel to our slaves. We are not going to be disgusting and vile. We are not going to be like our oppressor when we are on top of this world. We are going to be better. We are going to be professional. And we are going to be righteous. And that's what's going to happen. See what I'm saying? We are going to be glorious in the sight of the Most High. And you better believe it. It's going to happen. You better say goodbye to Becky very soon. If you're messing around with a dog while you're over there catching all manner of fleas and all manner of diseases, you better say goodbye to Becky. Because Becky's going to die. Jason is going to die. Or otherwise, they are going to be in chains. And there's nothing that you can do about it. If you are a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American man that loves your oppressors, they are going to be judged. Get ready. Because it's going to come to a city near you. All right? Now, let's see here. Let me see. Matter of fact, hold on. What time is it? Okay, let me see here. Let me see. Give me a moment here. 1 second. I got like 2 more scriptures and revelations for you. All right. Now, I'm not going to get into this right now, but just for time's sake, if you want to read Revelations 9, verses 16 through 17, that's the prophecy about 2 million angels that's going to be in chariots that's going to come down with Yahushua to end the reign of Esau. When this earth is going to be destroyed, you see what I'm saying? This empire is going to fall, and we are going to rise up at the top. And no more captivity, no more slavery in America. See what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and fast forward though. Let's go to chapter 18 again. Chapter 18, verse 10. Now this is the best part. Revelations 18, verse 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour and thy judgment come. So this is talking about the destruction that's to come to Babylon. Understand that Babylon is spiritually America is spiritually Babylon, meaning the structure of how Babylon was is the same structure how it was in the Roman Empire and how it was today in America. No different whatsoever. See what I'm saying? Babylon's also considered a whore, that whore city. See what I'm saying? And it says right here, this is very important. It says, and it also says like that great city, Babylon, that mighty city. Because everybody sees America as a mighty, great city. It's so glorious, it's so powerful because they don't lose. They fight all the wars and they win all the wars. You know what I mean? Everybody thinks of America as, such a hero, a heroic place. So I'm saying, filled with great opportunities. But this place is robbed and spoiled, man. This place is filled with utter wickedness. And this place is only thriving off of the backs of Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. And because of this is what's going to happen. Listen closely. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come, meaning literally in 1 hour will this place be destroyed. The Most High only needs Yahweh Shah to come down here and tear this place up and give the judgment that this place deserves for an hour, man. 1 hour. You would think this war is going to go on for years and months and days. This war is only going to last an hour. And that is absolutely beautiful, man. That sounds like a great victory that's to come for Black and Hispanic people. Because we suffered and died. We waited. We prayed. We died for this day. And that day is coming very soon. But until then, we got to keep working. We got to remember the brotherhood and sisterhood. We got to keep this thing strong and tight in order for this day to happen. Because if we don't do the work, who's going to do the work? How are we going to make this day come true? How are we going to make it come to pass if we are not going to do the work? You should take that seriously. You should understand how serious this job is in the work of the Lord. You better get your life together before you lose your life, man. This is absolutely beautiful. In 1 hour, will Black and Hispanic people get their salvation? Trayvon Martin will get his salvation. Oh, Trayvon Martin will get his salvation. See what I'm saying? Not Martin Luther King, but who else? What's the brother's name, man? Michael Brown will get his salvation. You see what I'm saying? All these brothers that lost their lives, man, behind this destructive devil. We will all get the salvation that we wanted and that we all been deserving for so long. You better believe that it's going to happen, Black man and Hispanic man. You better believe, because Yahweh Shah is on his way. So I'm saying very soon. And if you are not in order, you will lose your life, man. Don't waste your time. Time is not to be wasted. You want to come up into the I.S.U.P.K and get in line, get in place. Put yourself in a position of power and strength. All right? So with that being said, that's the class for today. Share, like, subscribe. Share to the I.S.U.P.K Minneapolis page if you could. The Water on Facebook. Also, check out tomorrow's biblical law class where Officer and Priest Kodash Zion. Otherwise, pay your tithes to ISUPK.com. And with that being said, shalom. All right?